Shalom, 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 Yasha. This your boy, Brother Shamu Allah, back at you with another quick edifying video. Today's lesson is going to be called Consider the Times. Right? First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory. I want to say Halal, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rawchaa, Qadash. Right? That's all praises to the Heavenly Father, whose name is Yahawah, and His only begotten Son's name, who you ignorantly call Jesus, whose name is Yahawashi. Right? In the Holy Spirit, which is the Rawchaa, Qadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who have ruled well through the Spirit and have fed and edified the sheep in these last days, and has pushed this gospel and this truth to the four corners of the earth in these last days. Right? Like I said, today's lesson is going to be a quick lesson on consider the times. And I was just looking on YouTube, and they have these live broadcasts. And on these live broadcasts, they have, from earthquakes, like live, up-to-date earthquakes around the world. They have live feeds of even asteroids, going around the planet. You got, what else was it? Oh, volcanoes, right? You got live video from volcanoes. You got volcanoes erupting in, I believe it was in Mexico. You got one in Italy, I believe, and there was another one that I can't remember. But you have all these live volcanoes that are erupting around the world, right? And these things, not to mention you have all the things going on in the Middle East. And even here in Babylon, right? And at this point, you should be considering the time, considering the time and understanding, the time that we're living in. Okay. Let's start with 2nd Ezra chapter 14, and I'll just go to verse 17 is the point, right? It says, "For look how much the world shall be weaker through age, right? So much more shall evils increase upon them that dwell therein," right? And you can consider this just by turning on the news, just by going on to any news article or whatever, social media. You'll see this, right? You got mamas putting their babies in ovens. You got people killing their whole family. You got all this time, right? You can consider the time that you're living in. Okay? Consider the time that you're living in. Like 2nd Ezra 9 says to measure the times. Right? This is 2nd Ezra chapter 9 and verse number 1. It says, "He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before. It says, Then thou shalt understand that is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made." Right? And so it says, "Therefore, when thou shalt see earthquakes and uproars of people in the world, then thou shalt well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning." Right? So, Yahawashi is letting you know, by the times. And how is he doing that? By these scriptures, by the prophecies. You can measure the times diligently. You can see what's going on. It gives you that timeline of where we're at, right? And if you consider the time and you see what's going on, you understand that, we are at the last few moments of this place, man, right? Of the end of Esau's world, right? Like 2nd Ezra 6 and 9 says, "For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth," right? The world that follows it, right, is the world of Jacob, right, which are the Israelites, which are the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. It's our time, for rulership, So these are the things that we must understand, and this is how we can, consider the times that we're living in, right? Because there's much evil and things that are going on the earth, right? Matter of fact, What is that? Just how we know, hey, the devil knows too, right? Hey, these devils, they know what's going on. What is it? 12 and 12. God, let's get this. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 12, verse 12. It says, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time." Right. So the devil, he know they considered this, and we know who the devil is on this planet. Esau, right? The Edomites, they're the cohorts of Satan, or Shahatan, right? They are the earthly counterparts. They are the ones who are doing this destruction. Mainly on the earth, man. Right. And when you see these things, and the cause, that we are in these times, and guess what? They know that their rulership is coming to an end. Right. They considered it, right, and now what they're trying to do is they're trying to get everything and accomplish everything that they can, because they know that their rulership and their kingdom is coming to an end, right? And we, must consider the times that we are living in, okay? And we do that by, the prophecies, right? The prophecies, let us know the things, before they happen, So we know, right? Jacob's trouble is coming. We know that the MOTB is coming, right? We know that World War III is coming, right? And we know that Yahawashi is coming, to deliver the elect, from the four corners of the earth. Okay, but we know that, through the spirit and prophecy of Yahawashi, right? This is Revelation chapter 19, verse 10. It says, "And I fell at his feet to worship him, and he said unto me, See thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahawashi. Worship the Most High, for the testimony of Yahawashi is the spirit of prophecy." Right? So you have to have that spirit of Yahawashi in order to understand what's going on, and understand the prophecies, and understand the time, to be able to consider the times. Okay? Because the scriptures tell you that, it tells you in what was that? Second Ezra, right, 14, that greater evil shall come upon this place. Okay. Let's get this. This is the book of Ephesians, right? In the book of Ephesians 5. We'll start at verse number 14. Right, Ephesians chapter 5, verse 14, it says, "Wherefore he saith, Awake thou that sleepest," right? Because many of our people slumber, right? Many of our people slumber, let's get that real quick, Salakia, while I'm on it. Let's go to Romans 13 and 11, right? And it reads, it says, "That knowing the time," right, considering the time, right, and knowing what's going on, it says, and that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believe. Right? We know that we're at the end. Okay? And knowing that and considering that, right, we must act and do accordingly. Right? So it says, "Wherefore he that awaketh, Salakia, wherefore he saith, awaketh, Salakia, awake thou that sleepest, and arise from the dead, and a Mashiach shall give thee light." It says, "See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise." It says, "Redeeming the time, because the days are evil." Right? There are evil days upon us. Don't let people fool you and tell you that, peace and safety is coming. Right? The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old have prophesied against, great kingdoms of war, of evil, and of pestilence. Right? This is what we're out here prophesying, that the day of Yahawah Shai draweth nigh. Right? And like the scriptures in Second Ezra talk about, it's gonna these things are gonna be like a woman in travail, a woman who is who is in labor, right? She's having them labor pains, and they come quicker and quicker and quicker upon the earth, So it says, Salakia, redeeming the time, because the days are evil. It says, wherefore be ye not unwise, but understand what the will of Yahawah Shemiel Shai is. Okay? And I want to read this in the NLT, right? It says, for the light makes everything visible. This is why it is said, awake, O sleeper, rise up from the dead, right? Because a lot of our people are spiritually dead. They're walking zombies, from the from the neck up. Okay. It says, and Hamashiach will give you light, right? It says, so be careful how you live. Don't live like fools, right? It says, but like those who are wise, right? Don't get caught up in the world, right? Trying to live the ways of the world, trying to, what is it? What's the saying? Trying to fit in with the Joneses, man, right? And what they got. And now that's what you want in this world. No, it says, so be careful how you live. Don't live like fools, but like those who are wise. It says, make the most of every opportunity in these evil days. It says, don't act thoughtlessly, but understand what Yahawah Shemiel Shai wants you to do, right? And if you've been called into this ministry, to prophesy and to do this, then that's what you need to be doing, right? Think about, consider Jonah, right, who tried to run, right? And what happened? He got on the ship, and the ship was tossed to and fro, and there was a violent wind, right? And the other people, they found out that it was because of Jonah, and they tossed him into the water. What happened? He got swallowed up by a whale, right? He said he was in hell, in the belly, of the whale, right? And he was in that condition, that extreme, and sorrowful condition, So think about that, right? Think about what Yahawah Shemiel Shai wants you to do, because you can't run from it, right? You saw Jonah try to run from it and couldn't, He was swallowed up by the whale, okay? And then people think, oh, well, that's just far-fetched, right? All you got to do is go on YouTube. You see there was a canoeist who was swallowed up by a whale, literally, okay? The whale came out of the water and swallowed that man in the canoe, you know what I mean? So don't think that it can't happen, right? And consider these times. You see the things that are going on, right? All these things that are going on. You have all these sightings, in the heavens, right? You have a eclipse coming up, in a few months, right? You have all these things that are taking place. These earthquakes in diverse places, wars, rumors of wars, right? You have this technology for the sea hip coming, That's really just, it has to be implemented, and this place is getting ready to crumble. Okay, let's see. Let's get this real quick. I might close it out. Lord's will, this is edifying, right? This is Ecclesiastes chapter 27 and verse 12. It says, "If thou be among the indiscreet, observe the time." Right? You must consider the time, man. Continually watch and see where we're at. It says, but be continually among men of understanding, right? In these days, you need not be caught up in the ways of the world, right? Want to go out with Pookie and Ray Ray and them, to go hang out and do something. You should be getting yourselves together, right? Because it said, considering what Yahawah Shemiel Shai wants you to do, right? And the scriptures tell you, to seek him early, and our people love to wait and procrastinate. It says, but if thou be among the indiscreet, it says, observe the time, but be continually among men of understanding. right? And those men of understanding are those, who have this true wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, this 100% doctrine. Those are the men that you want to be around, right? Because the scriptures tell you that, the time will come where, a man of Yahawashi will be as precious gold, will be as precious gold, will be more precious than gold, Salakia, it's going to be a sought after commodity, man, the men of the Lord, because they're going to have this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. This is going to be the stability, that you're going to have, and people are going to be trying to flock and run to it. Women are going to be flocking to it, right? Like the book of Isaiah says, 7 women shall cling to one man. Why? Because they know that man is going to have that wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, right? And they're going to see that Yahweh Shemel Shai is with them. Okay? So consider the times, right? Observe the times. Let's see what this, I just want to see what it says. This says, when you find yourself with stupid people, look for some excuse to leave. But when you are with serious-minded people, stay as long as you can. Okay, because that's the thing. When you're, and you'll get it, man. The things of this world really just, they're not entertaining anymore like they used to be. The more that you grow into this ministry and this walk, the things of the world just, they don't excite you. They don't do, you know what I mean? So when you're sitting there and you're hanging around, the people of the world doing foolish things, what do? You then all of a sudden you feel so out of place, and like, man, this is not where I want to be. And then you try to, hey, I need to get up out of here. Hey, I gotta go get up in the morning. I gotta go do something. I gotta do some reading, whatever it is. Get up out of there, right? Because it's really of no profit for you, right? But when you're amongst the men of Yahweh Shem Shai, and you try to stick around as long as you can, right? So you can soak up this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, right? Right now, this word is being pushed to the four corners of the earth through the unicorn, right? Through the men and the highways and the hedges. And this is what you want to soak up, right? It's not, how many points did LeBron score, yesterday, or, whatever it is, whatever the new latest dance trend is, or whatever is going on in the world, man, which is foolishness, right? We should be going and seeking and being around men of understanding and like-minded men, and women, So this is what we must consider in these days, man. Right? Let me finish it out with this one. I'm going to go back to the book of Romans, right? We bring it out a lot, but it's really important, right? Romans, I'll start at verse 11 again, right? It says, and that knowing the time, right? So when you consider the time and the things that we're living in, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believe, right? You don't want to miss out on your salvation. You don't want to miss out on, because you wanted to procrastinate and get caught up in the things of this world, right? You want to make sure that you are prepared, like the 5 wise brides, not the foolish brides, right? Who had their lamp, but they had no oil, and they had no understanding. Right? You want to make sure that you have everything, that you're girded up, that your loins are girded up, the loin, your mind, that you're focused and you're ready. Okay. It says the night is far spent, the day is at hand. Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness and let us put on the armor of light. Right? And that's what we must do in these last days. Considering that we understand what's about to happen and the things that are about to come. We got to put our trust and our faith in Yahweh Shem Shai, that he will deliver us. Okay? So, Lord's word was edifying, right? I want to give all praises, honor, and glory. I want to say, Kahala Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Qadash. Peace and blessings to the 12 tribes scattered abroad. A mighty shalom to the elect, to the 144,000 men, 12,000 from each tribe, and to the rest of the elect. Stay diligent, stay focused, right? Consider the times. Right? Get your act together, and put your trust and your faith in Yahweh Shem Shai in these last days. And with that, I want to say shalom.